So this lab is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to walk you through the process of measuring VOT for a word. So up here you have the lab instructions and also the word list that you're supposed to record. So of course you're going to open Prot. And let's do the word, let's do doc, okay? The word is doc. I'm also going to do, in case that one doesn't work out too well, because I'm also going to do the word is tuck, okay? The word is tuck. All right. So this one was tuck, and the top one is doc. Okay, so let's look at it. And for this one, you don't need to have the spectrogram showing. If your spectrogram is showing, it'll look like that, right? And you just uncheck show spectrogram. All right, so let's listen. The word is doc. Okay. Doc, doc, doc. Doc, doc. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit more. Doc, doc, doc. So the key is to find the area between when the word begins and when voicing begins. So the difference between the onset of the word as a whole and the onset of voicing. So you have to make sure you get the you get exactly the window that you need. Like you have the cursor at the right place for the onset of the word. Da, da, da. Okay. Da. And then here we can zoom in more, even though we don't have to, because the so this is where the word begins, and then the voicing starts right in there where the pulses begin to get regular. That's the vibration of the vocal folds. So for me, okay, so that sounds voiceless because it is. There's no vocal cord vibration. But then, so I do begin to voice towards the end of the articulation of the consonant, but just not from the beginning. So hang on, so let me write this down. So for me, for D, the voice onset time, D in doc, VOT equals, okay, well, why are we zoomed out now? Hang on. So it's 23 milliseconds, right? Okay, because it's no tenths, and then it's 200, like 200ths, which makes it 23 milliseconds, 23 thousandths. Okay, so that is a pretty high VOT for a voice stop, right? But that's okay, because having a positive VOT indicates voicelessness. But remember, in English, we don't have pre-voicing for our voiceless stops. So this is actually pretty reasonable, 23 milliseconds. Just for the sake of comparison, here, let me zoom out a little bit. It's in a little more. Okay, yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. You know what, I'm just going to do the tuck one real quick. All right, since I have it. is tuck, is tuck, is tuck, tuck. So let's zoom in. So this looks like where the sound begins. Tuck, 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 tuck. And then the voicing, here we can even zoom in more. Wait, let's get it there. Right, the voicing doesn't really start till like over here, right? So we can measure that. Like right that there, like just where the pulses begin to get really regular is fine. Yeah, so this number indicates that this is 103 milliseconds. Okay, so my tuck, so T in tuck, oops. Equals, what did I say here? 103 milliseconds. Okay, so that's a big difference. This is this is an aspirated T, so that's so you know voiceless consonants when they are initial in a stressed syllable are aspirated. So that accounts for this this big difference. So the D, even though it is voiceless in the beginning of its articulation, it still contrasts very much with the T in tuck. Okay, so let me just zoom out over here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. See you guys tomorrow.